rock and roll trucker.
This is the Rock and Roll Trucker. We're knocking out miles, we're eating good, we're rocking and rolling and having a good time. Come along for a ride. Let's see where we can go today.
Good morning, y'all. It's Thursday. It's roughly 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. I wake up, I'm gonna pop up, get my clock started, and pull out of here shortly. That was the plan anyways, but in this new trucking age of non-consideration and selfishness and just amateur behavior, I'm kind of not sure I'm going to get out of my parking space here. I'm in a parking space. The guys next to me, we're all sandwiched in together. There's tight lines here. And we're squeezed in here together almost like mirror to mirror. Not much room to swing out or anything like that. When I went to bed last night, I had enough room to just squeak out. There was already an oversized load over in front of us that was parked outside of the row there, you know, in the age of make up your own parking spot at the truck stops. Well, sometime while I had my curtains pulled and I was sleeping or chilling out or whatever, one more truck pulled in and decided to make it too wide outside the row in front of us over there. So now, I don't know that I have enough room to get out. Because we're parked so close together over here, I don't really have any margin for error on my trailer swing when I try and turn out of here. And the guy to my right side came in last night. He's a container hauler. He's got one of those like super short like pump trailers on. He barely backed into his space. If he had backed all the way into his space there, got all the way deep off in it, we could probably make this work because we'd have room in front of him for my trailer to swing. But he backed in, squeezed in, almost mirror to mirror over here. So I'm getting to start my day off already with a problem. Not real pleased about it. I'll never claim to be the greatest truck driver in the world. I'll never claim to be the world's most professional truck driver out here. But I've been out here doing this for a long time. And if I've learned anything, it's to have a little bit of courtesy and not screw the other driver with my behavior. You don't make up your own space at a truck stop if it's going to inconvenience somebody else. That's just like an unwritten rule that has been completely erased from the consideration of truck drivers anymore. It's really, I'm seeing it every time I go to a truck stop now. These guys just don't care. They do not care if they screw somebody else's morning or ruin somebody else's day. It's just, sometimes you have to go, the truck stop's full. I can't park right here. If you're going to make up your own space, get out of the way. Don't screw somebody else. You know, especially if you're coming in after, you know, like that guy might have come in 2, 3, 4 hours after I stopped. So he might not be moving anytime soon. We're going to see what we can do, but I'm pretty confident I can't get out of here without either wrecking this guy's truck next to me or having to go bang on somebody's door and wake him up. And that's a gamble anymore because all these dudes out here are a-holes. You don't really want to have to deal with that out here. You don't know what kind of jackass human being you're dealing with out here anymore. There's no courtesy, and there's a bunch of savages out here. So, we got to figure this conundrum out. So that's what I'm going to do. We're not starting the morning off good, y'all. Let's figure this out. I'll report back in a bit. See y'all later. All right. We squeezed out of there. I'm talking about mere inches and half inches. I had to jump out of the truck and go check both sides about 5 times. I had to use every last long inch and millimeter of space I had, and I just barely Barely got it out of there. New drivers and experienced drivers alike, but especially new drivers, don't get into that habit of squeezing in at the end of a row like that when it doesn't leave really a full truck length for people to get out. I just happen to be able to barely squeak out of there. I've been doing this long enough to where I knew how to squeeze every inch out of that I could. And I knew to get out and look a much. And I still wasn't sure I was going to make it. But I did. Creeping about a quarter of a mile per hour with a whole bunch of getting out and looking. If anybody had been parked, an inch or two different on either side of me, I wouldn't have made it. If I had had my tandem set a little bit longer, I wouldn't have made it. Don't put drivers in that position, y'all. Don't do that. It's rude. We're out. We're about to pull out. We got our hot coffee. We're eating like adults this morning with some frosted chocolate chip Pop-Tarts. So we're starting off with the breakfast of champions. We're about to roll. We've got to get to Columbia, South Carolina, get this load off, sweep all the junk out of our trailer, because they'll leave junk at this place, and get to Summerville, South Carolina to pick up going back to Dunlap, Tennessee for tomorrow. Heading back towards the home base there. Just past Chattanooga, and we'll flip back and get the truck back, park it, and go home for the weekend, provided everything goes correctly. We are up. We are at it. We've got our go juice in our cup. Time to go work. Let's do it. Hello from sunny South Carolina. Yeah, we managed to get out of that parking space this morning, and we've been trucking along, not really putting the pedal to the metal per se. We kind of had an open appointment today, and we got an open appointment on our next pickup that's about 90 miles away. Would you look at that, Brad? That green light gave us a grand total of enough time to get like 2 vehicles through there. I was sitting there, stopped and turned the camera on, figuring I was timing it just right to take off and go. We've got a little less than 3 miles, right around 3 miles to go. Let's see how long this is going to take. Based on this red light, I think this might take longer than I was anticipating. I thought we'd get a nice little 4 or 5 minute clip taking off from this ramp and getting to the receiver, but they may foil my plans here. Yeah, where are we turning? We're getting ready to make a left onto Bush River Road. I've been to this place over here once. I don't remember a lot about the area. I know where I got to turn and everything. I got to get on down close to the customer, and there's a Food Lion grocery store we got to turn beside to get to the actual receiving gate. I remember going to this place, and it wasn't the slowest place I'd ever been, but it was not the quickest place I'd ever been. And I've got bales of like reclaimed like carpet yarn that I guess this is like a recycling facility for Shaw carpets, I guess. And it's all sitting on the floor and everything. And I remember last time this stuff, little fibers and strings of it hung onto every nook and cranny and rough edge and splinter in the whole entire trailer. I mean, it was all over the place. So I'm going to have to do some sweeping out and cleaning to get this thing prepared for the next load. That is for sure. I got a sneeze brewing, guys. No bueno. There we go. I think crisis averted there. Yeah, this is, other than that, last time I came here it was raining. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Rear, I almost blurted out A-double-S. We almost said yes. We try to keep it reasonably clean on here, folks. We try. Not always successful. Not that that's one of the most horrible words you'll ever hear. One of the most horrible words you'll ever hear is government. Get that out of here. Election time. Politicians. Oh, stop saying those dirty words. We don't want to have none of that. Yuck. Keep it out of me. Keep it out of my mouth. Keep it out of my life. Keep it off my videos. Yes, we're not going to play that game here. But, yeah, this is like a Shaw recycling plant. And I just got gigantic bales of like white yarn in the back. I usually haul out of that same facility. I'll haul the actual rolls of yarn back to Dalton, Georgia to go to the carpet plants where they actually turn it into stuff. And I guess this is all the excess stuff that comes off of the lines where they're making the yarn, and they send it back over here, rehash it, do something with it. I don't know what. I just know it's heavy and it leaves the inside of the trailer in shambles. We'll see when I get out. Let's see if I can remember to take the phone in the back with me when I get ready to sweep it out, and see if I can show y'all what I'm talking about. And yeah, we're in somewhere in Columbia, South Carolina here. We're just a mere couple of miles away. It looks like a couple of miles is going to take several minutes, but we're rolling along. We're getting things done. We know where we're going next to pick up. We know where it's taking us. It's our path home. This load and the next one, not stellar on the revenue. Not at all. Not even close. Profitable, yes, just not greatly profitable. We're going to do what we got to do, though. It's the part of playing the game when you want to go home on the weekends. You know, I could make, there's more money I could make if I wanted to stay out every week, but I want to have some sort of a life, and I'm trying to not run this truck completely into the ground before I'm done paying for it. I bought a truck with a little bit of high mileage on it, and it's got to last me a little while longer. So we're trying to not put, 3,500, 4,000 miles a week on it, and at the same time of beating the truck to death, be gone from home constantly. That is, there's got to be a fine line in here somewhere. This is a weird little intersection here. Weird intersection. The people behind me are probably annoyed. I don't care. I don't care. Let's see here. Taking a lot longer than I wanted it to, guys. We're going to have to, our next clip for the day, we're going to have to shorten those up a little bit, because this is taking a lot longer than I was hoping it would. But you're getting to see some real-time trucking here. You're getting to see what I'm seeing in real time. Trucking gets a little bit slow. It gets a lot slower when you start getting closer to centers of towns and residential areas and stuff like that. It becomes a hassle. It becomes stop and go. I've got almost 42,000 pounds in the box, so taking off from red lights and stop signs, not a quick process. I don't got one of them big motors in there, and even if I did, it'd still be slower than being in a car, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't have one of those big 14, 15 liter 600 horse motors under the hood. I don't even have one of the 550s or even one of the 500s. I got one of them small car motors under here. It's an efficient little motor. It's served me well so far for the most part, but it doesn't go places in a hurry. When you get out on the interstate and got time to stretch your legs and got time to get up to speed, it'll do the same speed as everybody else. It just takes a lot longer to get to that speed. Takes a lot longer to get up the hills. Man, they got some aggravating slow lights over here. Just, jeez. Now I'm going to have to get back over in the left lane. I had to get over here in the right lane to have room to make my turn, but I'm going to need to be back in the left lane in a moment. And we sat there when I stopped. There was nobody in the left lane behind me. And now there's a whole entire, population of a small city over there. So see if we can, let me see, we got 0.1 miles to go before this reconfigures and shows me my next turn. I am going to have to get over, I'm almost positive of it. And here we got another red light coming up here. Enough with the red light. Stay green, stay green. Let me see, we're on St. Andrews Road now, so we're getting, okay, we can see it up ahead. Now, these people let's see if they're gonna work with me. Are y'all gonna let me over? Because I've got to make a turn here. Thank you, Mr. Toyota. You were a kind egg. You were a good egg, kind soul. You helped me out. You knew I needed to get over to try and get to this plant up here. Okay, we're starting to see the beginnings of the plant on the left-hand side of the road. We've got the front entrance, the entrance to get in is not on the main road though. We got to get down here to where the grocery store is. There's a food lion down here somewhere. We're gonna make a turn on it. Where is it? That is the question, I believe. Yeah, here we go. We're cooking now. I believe we're cooking. Yeah, we got it figured out now. Look at this. Food line entrance, it says. We're not going to the food line. We're going over here to the guard shack for the Shaw facility. We got this all hashed out, folks. Look at here. We got us a winner. Turn it in. We're about to roll up on the guard shack. We're going to check in and see how much of this day that these people are going to kill. I really need. I think there's a place I can pull into the. Let's see if there's a place I can pull into that. Food line. I got a thing or two I need to get. See if I can slip in there and purchase a thing or two. I don't know. I might not be able to. I'm going to hunt a Walmart. That one won't work. But here we are. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to check in. We're going to get this unloaded. Go to the next one. See y'all in a bit. All right, y'all. We're unloaded. We're out here at the gate. We just checked out. So we're about to pull off the property. Not too bad, but a little slower than I was hoping for. It should be a pretty easy unload, but they were pulling it off mine and putting it on another trailer and blah 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 blah. You know, trucking rigmarole, bull crap. Comes a fire truck here. Well, now that is a heck of a fire truck. Look at that big boy. Ooh, that's a pretty rig right there. Man, big old ladder rig there with it's like a tractor trailer fire truck there. Got the full high-rise ladder rig there. That was pretty cool. Yeah, we're pulling out. We're about to go find our way over to Summerville, South Carolina now. Picking one up, going back to Dunlap, Tennessee. We're gonna figure out how to manage this today without getting stuck and sitting in traffic in Atlanta forever today. We're not gonna have the hours to make it all back anyway, so I'm probably gonna stop short of Atlanta and try and slip through there in the morning before the traffic gets dumb and make the most of the day. We'll see what happens. At least according to the information on my load plan, it's not always correct. It claims this load is only about 2,000 pounds, and if that is the case, I'm gonna love life with this load. That will be brilliant and lovely. I don't know if I believe that, but we'll find out. It's coming from some kind of extrusion plant. So, I mean, it could very well be some little tiny plastic tabs or something, you know. This don't necessarily have to be heavy. If it's extrusion, as far as if it's like boxes of beads or something like that, then we're in trouble and we're heavy. But I'm hoping that there was some truth to that 2,000 pound story there, because that'd be just, oh man, we'll be able to make haste and make good fuel mileage there. That'd be dandy. So we'll find that out soon. We got about 90 miles, 95 miles, something like that to get where we're going. So we got a little bit of a ride. I prefer not to have that deadhead, but if that really is only 2,000 pounds, that takes a little bit of the sting out of it there. So not bad if that's the case. But that's where we're at, pulling out of Shaw, about to pull out of Columbia, work our way over here to 26, and we'll be on that for about 90% of the trip. So it should be easy. Got an empty box right now. We're light right now. We'll have to plan a fuel stop out for on the way back out, but I've had a few good instances recently of getting good prices in South Carolina, so we might end up doing okay on this trip. We will see. We will see. Fingers crossed for good things. If we could get good fuel price, get a light load and everything all at once, let's call Oh, living good, y'all. That's living good in the trucking world there. I'm not gonna sit here and yap in your ears too much on this clip. I will get a little bit of this done, find my way through this residential area over to 26, and I'll reconvene with you fine folks probably after I get this load picked up. And I said I might take the camera to the back of the trailer to show you the mess there earlier, but we sat there so long and I got in a hurry, and then I went back there to check it out, and it wasn't as bad as last time. There was some in there, but not awful enough to get on video there. The last time now, y'all would have been like, whoa, they leave all that in the trailer? And I'd have had to say, yes, they do. Wasn't as bad this time. Not great, not as bad. So I was in a hurry to get out of there and didn't take the camera back there. But anyways, I'll get back with y'all and let you know if this truly is a 2,000 pound load here pretty soon. So y'all go do what you got to do, and I'll get back with you in a bit. I got to go do some truck driving. All right, folks, we made it to where we needed to be over there in Summerville, and it panned out. The people were super friendly, pretty easy place to get into. Got in there, back out in less than 30 minutes, and sure enough, barely anything in the trailer. 2,000 pounds, getting paid for a full load going back to Dunlap, Tennessee. That was a lot better than I would hope it would be. And it's light enough to where I'm going to be able to stretch my fuel out to a fuel stop. I'm a little low, but I got more than enough at this weight to make it up the road 100 miles, 110 miles or so. So that really worked out. I can't believe that thing was actually under, only 2,000 pounds. There's 23 pieces in there, and they're nothing. They're nothing. They're really long, but they're nothing. Like, you can barely even, it's almost like there's not even a load in there. They're just little flat, long, some sort of coated or extruded long pieces about 25, 30 feet long, and they're flat. They're just on the floor all the way over to one side of the trailer, and nothing. I love it. I love it. I love it. For once, something worked out good there. These are the kind of loads you want. Even though it's not the highest paying load I've ever had, it's that you can deal with it when it's something like that. That's just an ideal situation. And the fact that the people were super easy to deal with. I got out of my truck and they walked down all the way to me before I could even get all the way to the receiving office. Super friendly. All I did was said, I'm picking one up going to so-and-so, and they said, back in that door right there, and we'll have it to you snappy. And snappy they did. We're rolling. We're on a back highway here. We're heading across. We got about 100 miles worth of back highways, I guess, before we get to, we're cutting through the backwoods to get to I-20. We'll pop back out right around Augusta, Georgia, onto the interstate there. So the weather is gorgeous outside. It's 55, 60 degrees. Feels great. Looks great. These should be easy roads. I'm not heavy. So this should be a reasonably smooth, pleasurable drive until we get to, start getting into the city areas again. You can't ask for a better situation than that on picking up a load. That was really good. If it had a few more dollars on the rate, that'd be even better, but we're going to live with it because it's going to take us home. It's not going to burn much fuel. It's easy living. If truck driving can be that simple all the time, it'd be a golden career. It's a rare occasion anymore to get something that convenient and that nice there. I love it. So I'm not going to beat that horse to death, though, and keep on talking about it. Just giving an update to where I'm at and what happened, and I'm pleased, y'all. I'm pleased. That was good. That was knocking on the door of excellent. Yeah, I'm going to get off here and actually attempt to enjoy some of this drive, and catch back up with you all when I get to Georgia. I'll see you all in a little bit. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're in Georgia, just like I said we'd be. I just got done a little quick stop in Augusta for some fuel. I needed some DEF too. Wanted to get some of that. It was a little tiny, like old Pilot. I've been there before. Been a long, long, long time, but it's one of the few left that did not have DEF at the pump. Obviously not upgraded in quite some time. Long time, I guess. So I didn't get to get my DEF. I had some on the shelf, but that stuff runs about $8 or $9 a gallon when you buy it off the shelf, as opposed to the $3.50 to $4.50 a gallon that you get it at the pump. So I'm just like, I can't do that. I'll just stop again at some point. I've still got a little over a quarter tank, so I got several hundred miles worth in there in that little bit. But it's getting cold weather, and that stuff has got a lot of water in it, and it's better to have a full tank than a close to empty one on that when you're getting into the cold, freezing weather there. We are on I-20, trucking right along. As you can see, it's getting dark. Still gorgeous. A little cool outside, but very tolerable. About 50 degrees. 52 is what my truck's reading right now. Not uncomfortable at all out there when I fueled up. But we're heading along. I don't have enough hours to get all the way to where we're going at Dunlap tomorrow, so I'm trying to plan out where I want to stop. I kind of wouldn't mind staying on the exit that I stayed last night over in Madison, Georgia. It's a nice, convenient stop before you get to Atlanta. Just Atlanta, you can't never tell what you're going to run into with traffic, even late in the day. Yesterday evening, I got stuck. It was 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening, and I still hit a traffic clog up on the way out of Atlanta, trying to pop out the other side on 285. So, from where I'm at right now, by the time I get there, I might be okay, but I don't have enough time to get all the way where I'm going anyways. So why risk the hassle of it? So I'll probably stop short. We might try Madison again. I'd like to get a shower. Tried to stay at the Pilot last night, but I ended up down the street at the TA, because the Pilot, for whatever reason, I've never had a problem getting a space at that one. Last night, it was blown up at the seams. I mean, it was full. People parking in the aisleways, people parking on both sides of the entrance. And it was crazy. And I figure if I make it there, it'll probably be about the same time this evening. I don't know. We'll see. It'd be nice to get there so I can catch me a shower and get cleaned up before I get home tomorrow. So, go home smelling good for mama, Gotta be staying clean, trying to stay right. But I'm not going to keep this clip going for much longer, because it is getting dark. You're going to have a hard time seeing this gorgeous, gorgeous mug of mine here in a few minutes. I'll be doing you all a favor for it to get dark, but I'm not going to give you all that satisfaction. But yeah, I'm going to drive along. We're going to figure out where I'm going to stop. Figure out about what time we're going to get somewhere tomorrow. Maybe we can stop in a timely enough fashion to where we will pop through Atlanta in the morning before we have to worry about traffic. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But when I get stopped, I'll let you guys know what's going on for the evening. I know you're sitting on the edge of your seats wondering every day, what is going to happen at the end of the night? Yeah. So I'll let you know. But I'm going to go. I'll catch back up with you guys when I get stopped somewhere. See you then. It's me. It's Ernest T. Nah, my name's not Ernest. Y'all remember Ernest T. Bass? Were y'all Andy Griffith lovers? Did y'all watch Andy Griffith? Do you still watch Andy Griffith? One of my favorite TV shows of all time. But anyways, we're done. We've been done for a while. I've actually got a shower and ate dinner and everything. I made it to the same exit that I stayed at last night, but I ended up at the Pilot this time and got my shower that I so desperately wanted. And then I went to the IHOP, and I just got back to the truck, and I'm realizing I ate too much. I kept going when I should have stopped. Now I'm a little bit full and miserable. I always do that to myself. I'm not a very responsible eater. I can't quit. Why am I that way? Why am I the way I am? Please help me out, y'all. Say, you don't have to eat every last crumb on your plate. Yeah, I do. I gotta try. I don't know. Yeah, we're about to chill out. I'm gonna watch some TV. and link up with my lady on Facebook chat here, and we're going to watch one of our TV shows together from a distance, and just chill out for a little while. Then I got to go to bed and get up early in the morning. Go finish this nice trip out here. Find me some DEF fluid along the way too. But yeah, we're here. We're chilling. Not a lot to say. I'm ready to lay down, take it easy. I'll give you a musical recommendation before I go, though. A lot of y'all aren't going to like this band. Some of you will. Some of you thinks it's old cheesy stuff. Some of you think it never was cool. Some of you love it. We're going back to the new metal days. We're throwing some Limp Bizkit on. Don't turn the channel. Don't turn the channel before I get to where we're going with this. This is not one of the albums that you probably know by them. It wasn't a big one when they put it together and wrote it. Really wasn't even meant to be big. It's actually a 7-song EP, but it's from 2005. Wes Borland had left the band, their guitar player, in 2001, was out for a few years. They continued on. They did an album without him. They used the guitar player Mike Smith from the band Snot and Other Things. And they put out an album, had a really big hit off of it. They covered that, what's the name of the dadgum song? It was the Who song. The name of it's escaping me, but it was a big radio hit and all. And not a bad record, but lost some of the flavor not having Wes Borland there. That's an interesting cat to try and fill the shoes of. So that's nothing against Mike Smith there. He that was a good record. He did what he could, but Wes Borland came back finally, and in 2005 they cut an EP called The Unquestionable Truth Part 1. They never did a Part 2, and I wish they would, because it's actually one of my favorite things they ever did. 7-song EP, a lot more raw, a lot more dark, a lot more angry and moody than all of their really well-known popular stuff. Just very, very heavy riffs, very dark lyrics, very moody, very angry, and just got a grit to it. It's not like the stuff they had been doing. You could feel a shift in personality and change, and in the band, and I don't know. I don't know if it was like being jaded from the success and then waking back up or what, but it was a shift in mood for sure. But it's very good, very good. All the songs on it are good, and that's my recommendation. The Unquestionable Truth, Part 1, 7-song EP from 2005. Wes Borland's return to the band. I highly recommend it. You should get that in your ears. It's a good one. And with that said, I'm going to chill out and go do my thing. I got to edit this video up, and I got to go to bed. Watch some TV first. But whatever time it is where you're at, if it's morning, have a good one of those. If it's noon, have a good afternoon. If it's night, have a good night. And make the best out of it. And pass on good energy to your fellow human beings. Try and keep the world a little more positive place in these ugly times. And with that, I'm going to go. And I'll catch you guys on the next ride. Y'all be good. Bye-bye for now.